Hello everyone, Russell Wright from Network Empire and ThemeZoom.com. Today I'm here to do another tutorial for our new video website silo architecture plugin that we're in pre-launch with in the forum. We do most of our pre-launches in the forum in some form or another because Alan's forum gives us great feedback. There's lots of users in there that provide us with great information before we take it to the directory or before we go to a wider audience. And the Instant Video SEO Silo WordPress plugin was deceptively difficult to build, and we do consider our organization to be experts in website silo architecture. We learned it from Bruce Clay in 2007 and have been the experts ever since, besides him, of course. And we were the first to really attempt to automate this process using a variety of softwares, which I'm going to demonstrate with you today. And what is the purpose of SEO website silo architecture? Well, hopefully you know, rank higher using far fewer inbound links than your competition, make your site more relevant, more user-friendly, and of course, if your content is excellent, more thematically organized, okay, more thematically correct. Okay, and so what I've done is I've installed a very simple blog called Multi-Channel Marketing University right here. All right, and so we're going to go ahead and look at the plugins. Now, I showed you in the previous video how to install this plugin, so you should not have any problems with it. At the time of this video, it's version 1.4, and you can always check for new versions inside the networkempire.com members area. And the free version of the Silo blog builder that does not automatically include videos if you choose, is now going to be in the WordPress directory over the next couple of weeks. We have been approved already for that, so it will be available for you for download. Okay, so what we're going to do here is I need to make you very much aware that this area, which is your home page, in order for this plugin to work, because your SEO silo menu that's in the form of a widget inside of the application is going to be on the sidebar, as well as if you choose to have it up here, it's up to you. It needs to be a page, folks. This has to be a page. Okay, your home page must be toggled to a page. And this is the biggest help desk question we have, because most blogs, when they're first installed, have a blog role. Most themes have a blog role. In fact, databases, the WordPress default is WordPress blog role. And a blog role is a far cry from a website silo architecture structure that helps you rank higher when structured with better content. So the way that you would change that is you go to settings and you go to writing. Okay, you advanced users already know this. And of course I meant reading, not writing. Apologies. And you're going to flip from your latest posts to a static page, and you're going to toggle it to the page that you want to use as your home page. Later on in the menu, you'll be able to mess around with all that and change it based on your theme. WordPress, the new version of WordPress has some very interesting changes to the menu that give you even more flexibility, what you might like to do with your menus. Okay, but we leave that for our more advanced courses in the members area. So I've already saved this on a previous video that I was just making for you, so you don't get the razzle dazzle of seeing it change from the blog roll to the home page, but that's the home page, and that's what you want because the silo widget's going to be right here. Now, where is this coming from? Silo widget is actually the widget that occurs inside your widgets area. Click on widgets under appearance in WordPress. Okay, and that's not actually supposed to be there because I removed it in the last one. So when you first come to the plugin, you're going to see this right here. You're just going to drag it into this area, and you're going to go ahead and change this to, we'll call this MLM stuff, because I'm going to import a gigantic file from Krakken. Okay, we'll go ahead and click Save. We're actually going to go from Krakken and DWS because we have two upstream services that allow you to do this. Okay, so we've got that on there, and now let's just do a refresh real quick. You can see that the sidebar says MLM stuff. Now, why would you want to use that little menu header? There's all kinds of reasons that will get involved in advanced techniques, but some people actually do like to name their menus. And it's an opportunity to include a keyword and so on and so forth, but it's really just a way. You might want to say, welcome to multi-channel marketing. You might want to say, on huge blogs where you have multiple menus, you might say, you know, if it's all about dog, but there's 100 different kinds of dog, this might be Doberman Pinscher. This might be Basset Hounds, right? This might be. So you could actually do multiple menus in what I call an authority site, a mass authority site. Excellent. So now we are ready to roll. What we're going to do for the purposes of this demonstration is I'm actually going to export. I'm going to export a file from one of our advanced upstream services, which of course I'm not assuming that you've purchased any of those upstream services, because you do have the free area, and that's what makes this so nice, that you don't have to use any of my advanced tools, and it's even useful for beginners. So one of the things I want to mention here is that this will be here by default, the embed HTML. That's the video from YouTube if you elect to use them. And then you just want to use the video. I actually use the video description. A lot of people do not. I find that I get a little extra pull that way. Okay. So there's the video description. And of course you can turn on or off comments. I think it takes the first 10 or 15 comments from YouTube. Common questions are about duplicate content by pulling YouTube videos. YouTube is owned by Google, so you're using their content, and I have done, let me just put it this way without giving too much away, I've done hundreds of thousands of tests on video. I publish massive amounts of videos. YouTube descriptions always help, and it's better if you can get variety and diversity, but I have no evidence really that you're going to lose huge rankings for using the description. Some people are using soft plugins like Cloak FM, and to spin descriptions and so on and so forth. That is considered black hat, and it's not something that I would spend a lot of time on, because the amount of bang for your buck that you get now on spin content, especially when you have video on the page, is not really worth the slowdown of the blog, and really it's not worth losing the visitor, because visitors want to watch the videos. There's no need in giving them garbled content. So that's what YouTube is really about. I call it Ugle or GooTube, because it's just one entity, and when you put a video in your post, you get kudos. Okay. All right, so the YouTube update, I'm going to go ahead and add comments to this one, and I'm going to go ahead and click update. Now please keep in mind that you can do other things in this area. You can put banners in an embed code. You can put Facebook like boxes. It's so cool what you can do, as long as you know that you're putting ads under it. I do that all the time. In fact, I use Jing. Let me just show you. I have a Jing ball up here. Whoops, I guess it stopped working, of course. But I'll grab a banner, and just use the Jing embed code, which I have pre-customized inside of there. You can use it with Snagit as well. It uploads the banner right to my server. I put in a link to click through to my upstream site, to my money site, and then a banner or a nice, call to action of some kind that's even socially friendly can go under all the videos. So that's just something I thought I'd toss in there to get your imagination going on what you can do. So we're going to go up to the silo importer, because that's this demonstration. And in today's silo importer, I'm going to import something from Krakken, since I have Krakken open already, because I'm working on a silo structure for my friend Mike Long for a webinar tomorrow. And what we're going to do is go over there, and I'm going to show you inside Krakken. We do have 3-day passes on Krakken, and you can buy Blueprint tokens at a very reasonable price, and I've left all the links for that for you. So let me just go ahead and go over to that part of my screen. Now we hold webinars every week on Krakken, because Krakken is a military industrial application. It was created by a genius programmer, my friend Kelly Reynolds. It was created by military industrial architect, one of my best friends, Subal. This is dangerous. This is not for beginners, but beginners can use it. So just keep all of that in mind. It pulls keywords based on phrase match, and then our other keyword tool called the last keyword tool, because we believed that we would be the last keyword tool standing about 4 years ago, when we knew where Google was going with their own tools. So we have two services that we use simultaneously. Krakken's the big one. It's designed to swallow your market whole. It's huge for huge stuff. And you can drill into keywords, and I'm not going to go over that too much today. But you can drill into whole clusters of keywords. So it doesn't just pull back one keyword. It pulls back all kinds of keywords and gives you the total pile of money for thousands of keywords, or the hundreds that we extract from thousands of web pages, okay? And it tells you it's worth $14,274,000 per year, the keywords in these particular pockets of money, okay? And then We're going to skip over really getting into this analysis because it deserves its own webinar, and we have tons of webinars on YouTube you can just look up. But this is red. When you toggle these red, it actually adds it to what we call our auto blueprint system. The auto blueprint system is good for like domain squatting if you want to put a silo structure up really, really fast. It's good for helping you come up with the best suggestions for articles. It's what we call WR2. A lot of auto blog people who want quick frameworks use it as well. Okay, but you can also use it very easily for your WR1 or your primary transaction site because you can control how that site design looks. So we're going to go over to the blueprint. I'm going to show you how that works. Just click up on the blueprint. I have several pre-made blueprints. Here's the blueprint we're going to use in the webinar tomorrow for Mike Long, who both of us are hanging out in Nashville right now. So this is something we're just working on for fun for the webinar. But there's some really large webinars here. Like let's go ahead and look at. Here's a pretty gargantuan one. This is a work at home MLM webinar that is pretty old. I think it was done like maybe a year and a half ago. Okay, and you can see that I'm not going to get into how you do this, but you can just walk away. You drill your initial silo landing pages in the VOMA section over here in the first step, which I'm skipping over. Because you can go to our courses for that. But once you have that, you have all these silo landing pages that you can choose. And once you put them in here, you literally just click the blueprint button, the drill button up here, and walk away. I go to dinner and a movie. It takes about 3 hours. You come back and everything's done because it's doing some of the most sophisticated algorithms, at least that I've seen up to this point. It's pulling back articles, drills, and final articles, which you then can finalize or not for your blueprint. Okay, literally, it's pulling them back. But if you drill further in, MLM legitimate business is using an advanced Larry functionality we have right here, which is natural language processing and LSI. It's got cost, it's got clicks per days and search per days, and it's making all the decisions for you, which is very, very different than Domain Web Studio, our other silo empire builder, which actually deals with backlink costs. This doesn't do any of the backlink costs or anything like this, but it does make all the decisions based on money, latent semantic indexing or co-occurrence, and clicks per day and searches per day. So you walk away, and when you come back, the significant portion of your blueprint and all the article keywords, if you have a full blueprint, are all filled out for you to create your actual real content on. It doesn't bring back content in articles, but it brings back the keywords that you want to focus on in these articles, okay? And then all you have to do, if you want to add in, let's say, network marketing fear, that's a common topic for MLM is calling in, and you can see that network marketing fear is a really good one, but I don't think it's up here. So you can just add it. Okay, network marketing fear. Yeah, it's added. Let's go ahead and add some articles under it. So you just go there, and these are the words that are very much associated with network marketing fear. Okay, identity scams. Here's an MLM that's actually got a scam tied to it. We'll go ahead and just do a thumb up because we're going to write an article on scams on that one. And then I'll just add it right to, let me just go ahead and shoot up one so you guys can see better. It's going to be right under the MLM marketing fear. Here it is. And there's the one that we just added. This is such a huge one that you almost have a hard time seeing what it says. If it gets too big, you can't even read them necessarily, but there it is. Here's the Visalis scam. Okay. So also you can export this. You don't have to this is just a nice visual interface. And then you can walk away and drill some more. You could make this gargantuan, okay? And then when you want to export it, it just goes right here to, you go to export and click on export. And then you're going to right click. We're actually going to fix this so it just says download the XML. But you're going to right click and save link as. Okay, and it's going to go to my desktop because I'm going to import it into the blog. And I'm going to put this on my desktop. And I'm going to call it, I don't know, we'll call it MLM Mega Silo Site. Okay, and we'll just put that on the desktop, on my overly cluttered desktop. And that's good. So we've taken all that work, which we've rapidly dragged you through quickly. Okay, and then you're kind of done with this, and we're going to go back to the actual silo builder. And inside the WordPress, let's remind ourselves where we are so you guys don't get lost. Now we're in a WordPress blog, okay? A blank, naked WordPress blog. Okay, excellent. So one of the things we're going to do is we're going to go to the silo importer. We already know that our widget's on the sidebar because at this point you're building a highly organized, technically SEO correct um, silo blog with the ultimate keywords that are chosen based on best cost, best co-occurrence in natural language processing, and best traffic in the most appropriate order of all those. This is why it's been difficult for me to explain Kraken to people because it's so unbelievable what it does that the only thing you have to determine at that point is whether you vote that keyword off or on the island in terms of it being related to your product or interest, see? So what you're going to do is I'm actually going to publish live because I want bells and whistles for you guys. Okay, the short code and the content of the body is on. You can turn that off. We're not going to get into this because Sue is going to give you an advanced lesson on that. You may import a silo XML file. So I'm going to have to go to my desktop and just pull that file that I pulled out of Kraken and upload it to the blog. Okay, so we'll go to the desktop and we're looking for that same XML file. We're calling it MLM Mega Silo Site. Okay, give it a second and vSilo Builder will import that XML and hopefully you can see that that XML file is right there. Okay, excellent. And I'm going to click Add YouTube Videos. There is some help desk questions on this, so don't miss that. If you don't select that, you will not get any videos. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead. Remember, make sure that you guys are ready for this because let's go back to the blueprint in Kraken, view all blueprints. What's going to happen here, I think I was in this one, right? Yeah, FCMLMT, whatever that means. That's 12 silos. Look how big that is. That's 12 silos and something like 25 articles. That's a huge import. All of these are going to be imported at once into the site. Okay? That's just pretty huge. I can't believe it myself. I mean, we've been working for 5 or 6 years on this stuff, so go ahead and click the import silo XML file, and you can use both the Kraken Automagic blueprint, which I just showed you, but on the next video I'm going to show you how to use the Network Empire silo builder, which is more affordable to a lot of beginners and intermediates. Doesn't do Automagic silo building, but it has a lot more to do with backlink building and a lot more to do with organizing your own metrics for your conversion. Okay, it's a whole different ball of wax really than Kraken, and they work together. Kraken words can be imported into Network Empire, and there's deeper analysis with Network Empire, and less expensive because it doesn't do any automatic. You have to import all of your keywords. Okay, so that should answer those questions there. So we'll click Import Silo XML and hold our breath, and wait for everything to be built for you by vSilo Builder Import, which is extraordinary. I mean, I'm just as excited as you are because we're building these things left and right with fantastic results. And that lowers our cost for our backlinks. We have a lot of different kinds of backlink services we use besides our own blog boost methods, which you can learn about at networkempire.com. We have tons of things that we do on all levels of the web. We call this our web ring system, our one web ring to rule them all. And it's a socially active, safe web ring system. Okay, what you're going to see here is that the silos have been configured. You can see that, okay? Okay, well, we're going to ask ourselves, should we believe it? Okay, so we're going to go to the home page and we're going to refresh. Okay, and upon refresh, you can see that because I have the menu set up in this way, those are going to be there, and you can remove those just on going to your menu or changing the custom settings on whatever WordPress theme that you're using. Keep in mind, our outsourcer, Raz, and the rest of our team have checked dozens upon dozens of themes with no problem on this. We have a question that comes in sometimes, does this theme have a problem with flexible interface and mobile friendly WordPress and HTML5, and it doesn't affect that at all. Okay, what affects that is the type of theme and how the theme was designed. Okay, so you can also see that we've got stuff right where it should be on the sidebar, and it's going to emulate and look exactly like the silo structure that was created in Kraken. Okay, and if I click on this, you can see that the video has been added. Okay, a video has not been added to the home page. That's the page that you want to add yourself. We left that one blank because that's what is going to be your own decision. Okay, so here's MLM legitimate business. You can change your title just like you do it in any other blog. I could turn this into what we teach at Network Empire as a painkiller headline. I could put 5 tips to running an MLM legitimate business, or legitimate MLM business. Okay, so I'm now one layer deep down in the silo structure, and the way that you can tell that is because you can tell that this is the silo landing page, because if you look up here, you're only one URL string out. Okay, now I admit my URL, my domain is pretty long. There are theories about the length of your URL string and how it affects your search engine rankings. It used to be true in the late 90s. It is no longer true in my testing. Okay, the length of your domain is going to interfere with silo structuring. Okay, so you can see that there was one article under MLM legitimate business, and actually this is just the home page. We didn't add an article to that one. Okay, Multi-Channel Marketing University is set to the home page now. Yeah, that's taking me home. And you can change that. What that was is the setting inside the theme. You can set this to home. All you have to do is go into your menus, I believe. I'm not going to get too much into this for you guys right now. It's probably related to the menus when you have a home that's called something like that. Okay, yeah, that's a menu setting. I'm not going to change it right now, but these are all things that you can do when you go into your settings. Okay, let's find something with an article. I'll go back to my theme zoom Krakken thing, and we'll go ahead and look at network marketing team. Looks like there's plenty of articles that should have been exported. And when you click on network marketing team, you're going to have a video added to the silo architecture. Okay, and we've got something pulled in from the Middle East. And again, this is a great thing to use for, if I wanted to index this, in fact, I'll probably just end up leaving this and letting it steep as a squatted domain, because we have hundreds of such domains on our server, and now they can sit around with the proper structure. Of course, I'm going to delete everything here and incorporate multi-channel marketing keywords, okay? But this is only for the sake of demonstration. But you can see on the sidebar here, you've got the appropriate website silo architecture. Okay, so we're on the network marketing team. You know it's a silo landing page, right? Because that's the first folder out. And then if we go to MLM marketing, these are all the articles that were back in Krakken. Let's go to attraction marketing and see what kind of video it brought in. Okay, it looks like somebody from the Empower Network shouting. It's kind of a not flattering picture. Ray Higdon. And it's a mastermind retreat in Florida. Okay, so he's got that, and of course I want to capitalize that. And I can probably change the title from with the persuasion architecture to be 3 things to avoid when attraction marketing : 3 things to avoid, or something like this. Okay, and you can see here that you've got a lot of these silo things because I elected to have this, have the short code in there. So this is part of that. Okay, and this is the way you would use this. We teach in the advanced course how you would use these linking strategies inside the plugin. All right. So there you go. So we are now, let's look at where we are. We're inside the network marketing team folder, and we're inside the topic attraction marketing. And because we pulled this from Krakken, we know that attraction marketing has a high co-occurrence with the network marketing team keyword, and then it's got profitability because we pulled it from from Krakken, and Krakken bases all of its keyword on money. There has to be money. You did not import any keywords in that Krakken import that don't have a cost per click or traffic on them. Okay, and then you can go back and you can change the sidebars if you want to whatever you want. You can capitalize them. Okay, so on and so forth. So this is very exciting. So if we go one more layer deep into, actually Leaders Club is just another, we can go to another. Okay, and there's the Leaders Club video. Okay, let's go to Success in Network Marketing. Just check some of the videos that I brought in. There you go. And this one brought in something from the description that you're seeing here. And in my advanced courses, I teach how to use a combination of other plugins to automate your linking structure in a perfectly upstream silo way. It's just fantastic. Okay, I usually put my Facebook embed in most of my pages, and that drives a lot of traffic upstream to my primary fan page. Okay. Okay, here's our buddy from the Coaches Academy, the author of the billion-dollar messenger, millionaire messenger. Okay, so that's all there, and he always does really good tags. So you've imported and swiped his YouTube tags here, which is really not a problem. And if you have a hyperlink tool that I use to automate, you can link. I use an automated tool to link upwards to my site landing pages. So if financial freedom, actually we know what it is, marketing training. If he uses marketing training in the in the description anywhere, it'll link back up to the network marketing area if you want. And that's in our advanced training how I do that. That's 100% automated based on it with a free plugin. Okay, so what you've just done very quickly is import the most profitable keywords in the entire MLM topic, because if you've used Kraken, you have definitely swallowed that market whole. I mean, that's all of them. But not only that, you put them in the best silo structure with the best articles, and you can always change your mind for articles. You can swap them if you want. We don't recommend it. And you've selected the ones you want and gotten rid of the ones you don't want, and then you've imported them in one single click of a button into a blank blog and built a perfect silo structure. Now all you got to do is add your homepage and your articles and your temporary articles, and you've got the ultimate domain squatting tool, or the ultimate prep for an automation type blog and or a social blog where you do other things, or for a money blog where you're using AdSense. This is the ultimate and fastest way to create a silo method that can rank for whatever the purpose of that blog might be. Okay, hopefully you understood how that worked. And if you have any more questions, don't hesitate to put more questions on the forum area in the Warriors forum, and don't hesitate to visit us at networkempire.com. Russell Wright from Network Empire and ThemeZoom.com signing out.